I just finished Deathnote on Netflix. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up guys? This is Jesse. You're watching JLS Comics. Thanks for pressing play once again. Today we're going to be talking about Deathnote, released today, August 25th on Netflix. I just saw it. Runtime is about 101 minutes here, or just shy of 2 hours. I'd say about an hour 40. And if you want a little bit of cliff notes, a little spoiler to the end, I will say, not plot spoiler, just grade spoiler, I want my 2 hours back. So, on that note, I'm going to give two grades. One's going to be on a 5-point scale, traditional movie grading scale, and then the other will be on a 10-point scale, something that we like to use here in the comic book world to grade our books. So I'll give you those at the end. So like I said, this was directed by Adam Wingard, long time in development and production, finally came out, and I want to tell you, I really wanted to like this. I really love a lot of anime and manga, and really want these adaptations to do well. Unfortunately, they have fallen short in terms of expectations and what they could have been up to now, and including this. This fell very short of what I wanted it to be. We had Nat Wolff, Paper Towns, Fault in Our Stars actor playing Light Turner, originally called Light Yagami, who became Kira, which means killer in Japanese to the general public. We also had Margaret Qualley playing Mia Sutton. Her original name was Misa Amane. And we had Willem Dafoe playing Ryuk, Shinigami Death God as well. And we had Lakeith Stanfield playing L, Detective L. We had Shea Wingham playing James Turner, Light's father. So Light, we'll talk about the characters individually. Light Turner, I was disappointed in quite a bit. He was not the character that he was in the source material, and I'm not talking about whitewashing. I'm not talking about the fact that this was in Seattle versus Japan. I'm talking about the fact that Light is supposed to be smart, genius level character. He's supposed to be able to outsmart other characters. He's supposed to be the one who can win in a intellectual duel. But here he allows himself to become angry, he allows himself to become tricked, he allows himself to be overcome by pretty much everybody else on the cast, and it happens very quickly. So I was very disappointed in that. Margaret Qualley playing Mia. She was not her character as well. In the original, she has her own Shinigami. She's a model, she has her own Shinigami named Rem. Here she's trying to do some things as well relating to Light. And I'm not going to say that because this is a spoiler-free review, but I was disappointed in her character as well. Willem Dafoe did his best as Ryuk. I was disappointed in Ryuk. Ryuk's supposed to be sort of chaotic and neutral almost, very curious, not supposed to be overt with his threats, but here he does just that. That being said, I cannot think of a better actor to play Ryuk than Willem Dafoe, so I thought that was fantastic. And then as well we had Lakeith Stanfield playing L, and he did okay. He did as well as he could given the story and the plot that he had to work with, the script that he had to work with. He came across as socially awkward, different, something off about him, and that was what we got from L in the original as well. Again, given a better script, perhaps he could have done a lot more with the character. One thing that I was really bothered by was the fact that he broke his own no guns rule, and he did that very quickly. He allowed himself to become angry and actually want to, and I hope this isn't a spoiler, but try to kill Light at some point. He was able to become overcome by his emotions when folks close to him passed, and that to me was not the L that I know from the anime. So that was disappointing to me as well. There were too many cliches in this. I mean, this was, psychological horror thriller. It had some John Hughes elements that were very cliche, right down to the school dance, right? The school dance, come on. That is just a very common trope in these things that really was like, come on, are you serious? You're gonna be doing that? And it just kind of made my roll my eyes. And speaking of rolling my eyes, this was not supposed to be funny, but there were a few things in it that made me laugh, like the scream that Light did when he first saw Ryuk. I mean, that was just, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was. It made me laugh. Another thing that, you know, talking about common tropes, if you think about the movie Final Destination, a lot of the deaths really evoke some of those same scenes. I mean, he would write a name in the book and they would have a crazy, you know, Final Destination-y death to them. If they did not write in the cause of death, what was supposed to happen was just a regular heart attack, regular myocardial infarction, or, you know, something along those lines. And that did not happen at all. So overall, I was disappointed in this. I really wanted to like it. As I said, it tried to do too much in the time that it was allotted, but ultimately ended up falling short. Now, what I think would have been so much better for this would have been a serialized TV show, season 1, season 2, what have you, on Netflix. I think that it could have followed along, and I don't want there to be a shot for shot, you know. It doesn't have to be super close in terms of adaptation, you know, in terms of the story and the plot to the original, but it has to have those important elements to the character, to the development. They have to be true to that. That doesn't have to stick necessarily to the race or to the culture. Some of those elements do translate over and could have and should have translated over to this Americanized or Westernized version, and that did not happen for me. So ultimately, this fell short. I was very disappointed. There were elements that I did like, you know, Ryuk, Willem Dafoe, great guy, great character actor. He did well as he could have with this. So what I give it for a score, overall, 2.0 out of 5 is what I give it, at a 4 out of 10 as a final score. So there you go. See it for yourself, though. Ultimately, judge it for yourself and what you like. But let me know down in the comments if you've seen it, what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you would have changed, if anything. I really want to hear that from you. But that is it. This is Jesse here, JLS Comics, and this has been a review of Netflix 2017 movie, Deathnote. See you soon.